I want to show you some tips how you level pass through the Lord of Hatred campaign and how you're gonna start into the end game. So first of all, complete the campaign of the Lord of Hatred in normal, because you won't get any more XP in the higher difficulties, and you can just blast through the normal difficulty. It is also really important while you're doing the campaign, you can always jump out and always do these PvP events here, because you're gonna get like 8 Grim Favors in one area and then 8 Grim Favor in another area, and then you can always kind of buy yourself some of your Whispers. Don't miss the world boss when he spawns. So this is super important. Also another important topic, get the Mercenary and also take the Barbarian at the beginning, because she has the movement speed where you're gonna get 20% movement speed when you have 100 stacks. So you should be around level 44 to 45 when you complete the campaign. What gonna do you then? Well, you're already unlocking the Warplans, and then you kind of want to do the Warplans, but which activities should you do to get to level 60 the fastest and later on level 70? Let me tell you something. I have 2 or 3 activities that are the best, and one activity that is really terrible, at least for me, because I hate health tides there. And also I have a small tip with a Horadric Cube where you can cube your way up to your unique later on. But which Warplan should you do? Well, there is, in my opinion, one of the favorites. It is the Undercity while you're leveling. Purge the Curse Undercity. You can also get the Jade skill point for your Undercity, where you're gonna drop multiple experience orbs, and they're gonna give you at least up to a level when you complete the Undercity. So always try to get the Purge the Curse Undercity at the beginning. You only have like 3 options to take, and then you should go all the way to level 70. Also, if you don't have Undercity, either go for a new plan. Currently, I think it's kind of bugged, because I always have 3. When I reset them, I still have 3. So yeah, always reset your Warplans when you don't have a Curse Undercity, because you can just complete this is the fastest and just try to speed through the Undercity. And also, in addition, don't take any of your optional spoils for the Undercity, so the bargain, because this will need you to take more of the bar to fill up. And as a tribute, I would advise you to take the Tribute of the Growth, where you're gonna get more experience. This is pretty good to level up with. And with the activity tree, with the first skill point, you should hitting level 70 pretty fast. So which activities you should definitely avoid? For me it was the Hell Tides. Why? Because it kind of takes long. If you are coming into the Hell Tides when it's around the 50-minute marks, most of the times you're gonna miss it. Then you need to wait 10 more minutes. You're gonna die because you're squishy or something, or need to go AFK. You're also gonna lose your cinders, and then you're gonna lose your progress. So it was, at least for me, really bad. And also, although they're not that bad, but it fell hordes, did take really long. You need to complete 4 of the waves, and it took like to 10 minutes, because one wave is 3 minutes or 2 minutes. I don't remember it, because I only played it once. And just go for either the Undercity or the Nightmare Dungeon. These were the 2 best ones. And then try to get your way up to level 70. Should be pretty fast. And after you reach level 70, what you're gonna do then? Well, first of all, you're gonna try to get to Torment as quickly as possible. But also you can do this also with like 60 or something. Complete this rank 2 objective, so you're gonna get some XP and such things. You need to complete this on Penitent. Should be pretty easy, at least if you're playing a Warlock. But you want to do and craft your unique that you need for your build. For Warlock, there are really many swords, and most of the time there are like swords that has only one possible chance to get a unique in the slot. So you want to get the upgrade to unique at the beginning when you completed the campaign. You have one guaranteed enhanced primordial dust. So, but what weapon should you craft? Well, it depends on your build. As I said, I'm a warlock, so I need mostly a weapon. I crafted the anathema of the primes because I'm playing with hellfire skills. And if you will look at that, we only have like one two-hand sword and then also a two-hand mythic sword. So it was a 100% guaranteed chance for me to craft this item. The same is for like a 100 mace. With a one-handed sword you have like three options. So yeah, just take whatever you need. If you need things like a helm or something, it is still possible, but it is at least harder to get because you have multiple options to get. So, in addition, if you are playing with the Dreadclaws build, which is kind of the best at the moment, take a dagger because, as far as I know, dagger is the only thing that you can kind of upgrade to the Dreadclaws build. So then you will have the dagger for the Dreadclaws already with the level 70 starting, and you just can craft this by your own if you just go to the blacksmith, then forge your weapon, a rare weapon, and you can also craft this by your own. I will show this in a clip. But just go to the forge a magic weapon, and then remove the affix. You should have this when you completed the campaign, and then upgrade it to unique because you need a common item for the unique. You should first do a hit 10, which will get you into the torment regions, which is not that problematic and should be really easily. Okay, now we are in torment. What should we do now? Just honestly, farm more Warplans. And as I said, I'm trying to avoid things like Helltide because I hate Helltide, and I try to focus on the pit and also the other cities so I can get my cliffs up and also get some nice bonuses like caches or something. And at the beginning, at the pit, I went for the Coron's Blessing. Would also advise you to do this so you can get up your cliffs way faster. Later on with the pit butcher, you have even a chance to complete this faster, but keep in your mind you need to do this on a level where you are guaranteed to succeed, because otherwise if you're gonna die you will fail the run. And then for the Nightmare Dungeon the same, I went for the Goblin Force, so we have a chance to get these Treasure Breach affix, and then also for the other city, as we said, the XP orbs. And for the lair bosses I went with the Children of Seer because I'm doing hits most of the times, but you can also go for another one. That's completely fine. So you can then also start to progress through your journey a bit and complete these. And after you farmed some basic gear, you can just go at the pit levels even higher and then get to like Torment 4, Torment 5, and then just get better gear. But just farm always on the difficulty you can without getting in any trouble or without dying. That's another tip that helped me a lot, is when you got level 70, just go to the forge and craft one piece of every armor slot, maybe also a rare weapon. So you have at least 850 in all of your slots. So this was a great help for me. And then slowly start upgrading to your legendary gear. So it's one big topic is while you're leveling, what should you do with your crafting mods? Should you start crafting or such things? No, don't craft at the leveling stages because you're gonna switch out your items so fast that it is completely nonsense and you're burning through your resources that you need later on. With level 70, get like you upgrade a unique or some rerolls, so definitely keep on your mods until you hit level 70. As I said, you can kind of go and forge some things like your weapon or something. And also aspects should also be pretty cheap to get them on for like some baleful fragments that you should have at least while leveling. If you don't like switch out your gear all the time, just get spec on your gear one time and then you should be fine and keep on all of your crafting mods for level 70. Another big topic was also the loot filler for me. You can just get a basic loot filler. I think it is even in the game with the recolor crate, good, excellent, and the codex of power. And then I just started to build it from scratch, and I just put more things on it, like recolor the weapons. I recolored all of the weapons that you can find with at least a greater rarity of legendary, unique, or mythic unique to white ones. And then also I recolored my rare talismans, rare plus talismans, and I also recolored my common items for uniques. So I search for the things that I need for my build, and then I put the recolor on like things like sword, amulet, and rings, and helms. So I can later on craft some uniques with it. So I hope I could help you with that little guide to keep you updated and to get you fast through the leveling phase. And if you have some further questions, please ask them in the comments down below. And also please leave a like and a sub if you want to support me. And until the next video, bye.